G4S are the second largest company in the world. They've got interest in a whole number of countries and a whole number of areas. But what concerns me particularly is the recent signing of a contract between G4S and the UKBA, the UK Borders Agency, for G4S to handle the contract to house asylum seekers. Now this troubles me because G4S have got no experience in that world. They used to have the contract to deport asylum seekers, usually forcibly, and one forcible deportation in 2010 ended with the death and suffocation of a guy called Jimmy Babenga. So for both of those reasons we think G4S are an extremely unsuitable company to be managing asylum housing. G4S have got the contract on a knockdown price by anyone's standards, and then it's going to be impossible really to provide decent housing at that level. And already in Yorkshire we're seeing some results of that and seeing some of the houses that people are being put in, and believe you me, they are slums. Young Ethiopian woman with a 12-week-old baby who lived in Bradford in asylum accommodation. She was moved with about a week's notice to a place 25 miles away from Bradford to Doncaster, so away from her medical support. I mean, she'd got a 12-week-old baby. Away from her friends, away from community support, away from advice services who know her and know her case, away from legal support, into what amounts to a slum. There's nothing in it. There's a bed and a sink, a basin you call it, about the size of like those ones you get in carriages on trains. I think that's abusive, asking someone to live there, particularly someone who's gone through goodness knows what. So we've complained about that. As a result, there was a UK Borders Agency inspection the day after, and they decided, quite rightly, to give them their due, that the house didn't comply with the contract for housing that G4S have. If they try this again, we'll do the same thing again. What organisation wants the publicity of doing this to a young mother and a young baby? Nobody wants that. I think they're quite receptive, if you like, to campaign issues like this and to our voices.